You cannot share without their permission. There will be a law against sharing the copyrighted video or the materials. Hurting individual emotions or related to religion or related to the politics or related to some other things which is inappropriate. The follow-up is where we have to do a certain things that the reporting is taken by the platform. So there are certain laws that protects the individual from these deformations, whether it is a politician or a common man. Welcome to the next session of Cyber Security. I am Sanjana, Faculty of BCA Department, Vidhyaashram, First Grade College, Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. So, we will be learning about Cyber Security, Unit 3. So, in the recap, means in the previous session, we learned about the introduction to the social networks, what is a social network, how it works, and next, the type of social media monitoring, social media platform, hashtag and viral content, what is a viral content, how it works, the hashtag, and next, the social media marketing, the challenges, opportunities, and pitfalls in online social networks. So these are the things that we studied in the previous session. So in today's session, we will be learning about the cyber security issues related to social media, flagging and reporting of inappropriate content, the laws regarding posting of inappropriate content, the best practice for the use of social media, and the last, the case studies. So, security. The security issue related to social media. So, what are the security issues that comes in the social media? How to tackle? Let us see. So, social media platforms presents various security issues that can impact user, organization, and even national security. So, there are certain issues that are threatening the security of social media like organization or for the even national security. So, the first thing we are having the privacy violation. The first thing is a privacy violation. Users often share personal information without fully understanding the implications. This data can harvest, leading to identity theft, unauthorized profiling. So, the privacy violation. So, this means we are having the identity theft of the user or the individual that can lead to unauthorized profiling. Next, we are having the cyberbullying and harassment. As in the previous class, we learned about what is cyberbullying, how the children, the minor, will get the cyberbullying in the online, how it attacks the life of the minor, as well as harassment, how women, minor or the individual person that gets harassment through the online chat or through the online platforms. Here, the main anonymity. So, what do you mean by anonymity? So, there will be an account, whether it's a Instagram or the Twitter, there will be an account and it will have a hide. It will have the hide of their own information. That is called as the anonymity. So, the anonymity of the social media can facilitate harmful behaviors including bullying, which can have severe psychological effect on victims. Next, we are having phishing attacks. The social media is common vector for phishing scam where attackers impersonate trusted content or the brands to steal credential or sensitive information. So, phishing is where the scammer scams the individual with a do. So, in the previous classes, we learned about phishing, how it works, how the organization or the group of people do phishing. So, here the phishing mainly impersonate. It will mainly impersonate the trusted contacts or the brands to steal the login credentials. So, next we are having data breaches. So, what do you mean by data breaches? The social media platform themselves can be vulnerable to hacking, resulting in massive data breach that expose user information. So there are social media platforms that can have a data breach. For example, the Facebook, which was added the data breach in 2017 or 2016. So those platforms may have the massive data breach that expose the user information. So this was about the security issue related to social media. Next, we are having the flagging reporting inappropriate content. So how do we do flagging and reporting the inappropriate content? So let us see. Here, the flagging and reporting inappropriate content on social media is a critical process for maintaining a safe and respectful online environment. So, we are using social media. In the social media, there may be an inappropriate content like hurting individual emotions or related to religion or related to the politics or related to some other things which is inappropriate. So how do we flag them? How do we report them? How it works? Let us see. Here we are having how it works. First, how it works, let us see. So, the flagging content, user can usually flag content they believe violates community guidelines. This often involves clicking a report button and selecting the type of violation, example, hate speech, harassment or misinformation. So, as I said, in the online, there can be a misinformation, there will be a hateful speech or the racism. So, there will be a different things that is inappropriate. So, for an example, in Twitter or Instagram, there will be a reporting tag or reporting button which we can click on that and we can report the content is irrelevant or the content is having a unwanted things, inappropriate content. So, it is violating the guidelines of the system or the guidelines of the community or the platform. So, that can be the first step. Next, we are having review process. So, after doing the reporting, we are having review process. Once reported, the content is reviewed by the platform's moderations or the team automated system. They ask us whether the content breaches policy and decide whether to remove it or take their actions. So once the user have done the reporting, so what is the next step? In the next step, we will be having the review process. So there will be review process of the report, what we have done, what we have given. So there will be a moderation team or an automated system. There will be an automated system or the human, that is the moderation team, to check whether it is against their policies or whether to decide which is inappropriate or not. Next, we are having feedback to user. So here, some platforms inform user about the outcome of their reports, although this isn't always guaranteed. So, if you have seen the YouTube, once you have reported, they will send you an email. They will send you an email that the report what you have shared or what you have said is containing inappropriate data or not. We have reviewed the thing that what you have reported. So there will be a feedback to the user who have reported, who have done the flagging. So this way the reporting and flagging works. So next we are having importance. So here the community safety. Why the reporting and flagging is important? The reporting helps to create a safer environment by removing harmful content, preventing future incident. So this will help for the future. It will help the future by reporting or by removing the harmful content. So next we are having accountability. So next we are having accountability. So it holds user accountable for their behavior. It uses the user to have a accountability of what their action speaks. So here they deterring others from posting inappropriate content. Next, promoting healthy discourse. So here, by addressing harmful content, platform can foster more constructive conversation. So this will not only help the user, but also it will be promoting a healthy discourse to the group of people, where they can have addressing the harmful content, platform can foster more constructive conversation. So this was the importance of the flagging and reporting the inappropriate content. So the best practice. Next, how it is a good practice. What is the best practice of reporting and flagging? Be specific. While reporting, provide as much detail as possible about why the content is inappropriate. For example, there is a content that is related to racism, about a country or about the certain people. So you should be specific. You should be specific whether the content is inappropriate, what it is specifying. It is mainly targeting the race, or it is mainly targeting the religion, or it is mainly targeting the individual, about leaking his own data. Like that, we should have a specific. So that is the first thing we have to do. Next, use the right category. So select the appropriate category for the report to ensure it reach the right team for the review. So there will be a category, there will be a certain checkbox with the violations, with the inappropriate content details. So we have to do the right check and we have to select the right thing about the report what we are doing. Next, we are having consider context. Understand the context of the content before reporting. Not all offensive content violates the guidelines. So there will be certain contents that does not violate the guidelines of this platform, about the online platform. So we should make sure whether it is violating those guidelines of the platform. Twitter will be having their own guidelines. The Instagram will be having their own guidelines and policies. We should know, we should make sure whether it's rightly violating the content. Next, we are having the flow up. If possible, flow up on your report if the platform allows it, especially if you see the same issues reoccurring. So the follow-up is where we have to do a certain things that the reporting is taken by the platform team or the automatic system. Next, we are having the educate others. Encourage peers to report inappropriate content and understand the importance of maintaining the community standard. We should make sure that the peers should be able to know which is inappropriate data, which is not the inappropriate data, which is the misinformation and not, so that they can do the reporting and flagging. So this was about the best practice. So we have seen the flagging and reporting, how it works, why it is important, and what is the best practice. Next, we are having the laws regarding the posting of inappropriate content. So we just read about the flagging and reporting. What is the law regarding this one about the inappropriate contents? So let us see. Here we are having the defamation. So the false statement harming someone's reputation can lead to legal action. So there will be a false statement about an individual that will be harming their reputation in the society. So there are certain laws that protects the individual from these defamations, whether it is a politician or a common man. There will be a certain law. It is for same as for celebrities or the politicians or to the common man. So there will be a law that will protect him against the defamation. Next, we are having hate speech. Content inciting violence or the discrimination against specific group or may be illegal. So there will be a hate speech to a particular community or a particular people. So that is also a crime in the Constitution. It is against the law of the cyber security. It is against the law of the cyber security. Next, we are having the harassment or the cyber bullying. So what we have seen in the cyber security, that is related to the issues of the social media. Here also there will be a law for the harassment as well as the cyber bullying. So laws exist to protect individuals from online harassment which can result in illegal consequences. Next, we are having child protection. Nowadays, all children are using the social media or the cell phone. So there will be a certain law to protect the child. So what are they? So the laws like the COPA protects the minors from the exploitation. Next, posting harmful content about children can lead to severe penalties. So there will be a certain laws that will be protecting the children from the inappropriate content or having a cyberbullying or the harassment. So these are the things where the laws will take the actions and as well as protects the individual or the group of people. So next, also we are having copyright. So copyright is also an issue about the content. So let us see. Sharing copyrighted material without permission can result in infringement claims. So we cannot share the video or the things that has been copyrighted. We cannot share without their permission. There will be a law against sharing the copyrighted video or the materials. Next, we are having the obscenity. So distribution of the obscene materials is illegal and can lead to criminal charges. Next, we are having data protection. Laws like GDPR protects the personal data. Sharing personal information without consent can have legal repercussions. So there will be a certain laws that are protecting the individual. They are protecting the individual identity, the personal identity by protecting the individual, like the GDPR protect personal data. Sharing personal information without consent can leave a legal repercussion. So next we are having terms of service. Violating a platform's guidelines can lead to account suspension even if it's not illegal. So example, Twitter. The social media platform like Twitter will have a suspension of accounts which is not following their policies or the guidelines. So there will be a certain accounts, not only Twitter, even in the Instagram, Reddit or in the Facebook, there will be a certain guidelines and policies that should be followed by the individual or the group of people or the organization. So that was about the laws. Next, we are having the best practice for the use of social media. What is the best practice? How should we use the social media? So the best practice, protect your privacy. Protect your privacy. Adjust privacy settings and avoid sharing sensitive information. So there will be accounts that can be made private or public. So the best thing is to protect your privacy. So adjust privacy setting and avoid sharing the sensitive information. Next, think before you post. This is the main thing. Think before you post. Reflect on the potential impact of your post and avoid impulsive reaction. So think before you post. This is a good thing that we should practice so that it reflects on the potential impact. So whatever the things that comes to us, we should not post it. We should not share. It can lead to misinformation or it can lead to have a legal action against you. So next, be respectful. Promote positive interaction and report inappropriate content. So we should be respectful in the online chats or in the online social media platform so that the individual or the opposite cannot be harmed with our speech or harmed with what we are posting. So that is the thing. Promote the positive interaction and report inappropriate content. Verify information. Fact check before sharing and avoid spreading misinformation. So as I said earlier, we should always fact check whatever we are posting or sharing. Think before we post so that we can stop the misinformation by spreading. So that is why verify of the information is important. So next we are having the maintain professionalism. Keep personal and professional accounts separate and align post with your brand. So we should make sure that we are having separate business account and personal account. That is, the professional account and the personal account should be separated so that we can distinguish which is the personal and which is the professional or which is for business, so that we can promote and align the post with your brand. Next, we are having engage authentically. Response to commands and share diverse content to foster connection. So we should be a responsible individual so that we can have engage authentically, so that we can respond to the comment and share the diverse content to foster the connection. Next, we are having no policies. Familiarize yourself with the platform guidelines and stay updated on the changes. Limit screen time. Set boundaries for social media use and take regular breaks. So we should have a break on our social media use, on our Instagram or the Twitter use, so that we can have a break and we can set the boundaries for the social media. So this is about the best practice. We have seen what is the best practice to use the social media. Next, we are having the case studies, the last part of the Unit 3 chapters. So here, target data breach. So this was happened in 2013, where the hackers accessed Target via a vendor, compromising 40 million cards less than secured to the third-party access. The Equifax data breach. This was happened in 2017. A vulnerability exposed to data of 147 millions. Regular updates and consumer transparency are crucial. Next, we had the MyRoute data breach that happened in 2018. Starwood database breach exposed 500 million records and integrates security during mergers. So that was the lesson that we can take from these things. Next, the Colonial Pipeline ransomware. It happened in 2021 and the ransomware attack shut down the major pipeline lesson and the critic infrastructure is vulnerable. So what lesson we learned? That it is a critical infrastructure is a vulnerable. Next, we had the Facebook and Cambridge Analytica that happened in 2018. Misuse of the data for political ads. The lesson what we got is importance of the user consent and data governance. This was the cyber security issues that we can see in the case study. We can see in the case study about the social media what we have seen. We can also see the things like ice bucket challenge that took place in the last 6-7 years back, and also the Me Too cases that can also be considered as a case study. So there are different events that we can consider for the case study, like the hairline system that got shut down, or for an example we can also consider different types of social media trends for the case studies. So these are the case studies that we can learn about the things that happened in the years, as well what the impact and what is the lesson from these cases. So this is the things that we learned. So case studies, the flagging and reporting of the inappropriate data, and how the best practice use of the social media, and the cyber security related issues for the social media. So this covers the Unit 3 module of the cyber security 5th sem of BCA. Thank you.